And we're back at the GSL Finals, Season 1 of this year. And so far, the best finals I've ever seen. We have everything. We've had everything.
It's pretty wild so far, man. Even that last game, we had Genius actually play a little bit poorly as we got past. You know, he got a little bit thrown off, like losing that Nexus and everything. He played a little bit poorly after that, I have to say. I think all the other games so far have been like these brilliant, thought-provoking Genius things, and then it was this almost basic mistake of not being decisive in a base trade. And the second you're not decisive, you lose if you're on any sort of equal ground.
Yeah. You know, let's look at this series overall. Game number 1, perfect standard game. Game number 2, crazy all in. We never really seen anything quite like that, especially the proxy circuits like that. Game number 3. What happened? What was game number 3? I believe that. Oh no, that was the one with the perfect blink.
Oh yeah,
attack. That was just so calculated.
The deepest trick,
so deep.
Ever.
Game number 4, and even crazier all-in involving carriers. Game number 5, a base trade.
Yeah. Cases.
This is just out of control.
It has everything.
It's got it all.
We're just waiting for the bearded lady, and we can just cross off all our lists, and that's it for the GSL Finals.
I mean, the only way this would get more crazy is if the Loch Ness Monster came in here on a magic carpet.
Genius is the
and
child
got
of
in a fist fight with Big Bird. All right? That's how crazy it would have to be to one-up this right now.
Especially considering neither have fists.
Yeah.
Wait, Big Bird actually has hands, doesn't he?
Well, yeah, he has hands, but
Big Bird isn't a real bird.
No, well, Artosa, I hate to break this to you, but Big Bird's actually a man in a costume. Wow! What about Elmo? Yeah, he's a puppet. All right. Genius against DRT. DRT,
You're a puppet.
He's thinking very carefully. Yeah. Look at that face. He's saying, I have to win 2 games in a row.
Well, here's the thing though, Crossfire, this is the map DRT hasn't lost.
And think about this, the next map is the map that's really good for Genius.
That's right. That is so right, Tasteless. So, we can't quite consider this the final game because anything can happen, but if Genius gets past this, he has to be feeling amazing.
Get on Twitter, hashtag the GSL.
Yeah, tweet it as well. I'm Artosis, he is Call Me Tasteless, and of course, GOMTV.
Game number 6. Genius looking pensive, DRG looking laser focused right now. I don't know if Genius can come back right now, especially on this map. Crossfire. It's going to be something else. I'm Tasteless, and with me is Artosis, and this is the GSL Code S Finals. In the bottom left starting location in our one-on-one map, failing in that base trade in game number 5, we have
MVP Genius.
A genius, but will he be a champion? In the upper right, in the blue, we have the Master of Zerg.
MVP DongRaeGu.
A lot of DRG fans here.
Look at those nerds.
Hey,
so many nerds.
Fire on the other side. That's messed up, bro. That's the DRG section. All right, so this map you cannot really forge fast expand on. It just doesn't work out.
Sometimes people do it, but yeah,
you're gonna almost always see a 3 warp gate expand. That's why DRG is not going for a gaseous anything. He's going for speed first because Protoss has to 1-base here. And if Protoss is 1-basing, you need speedlings out. So, I want to see what build Genius is going to use. Because speed is happening, Genius will either use, unless he's going to do something crazy, he should be using a 3 warp gate Sentry expand or a 2 warp gate 1 Stargate Void Ray expand. And both those are very strong, very solid builds.
Yep.
But what will he follow up with? Because normally after that we see Protosses do some sort of crazy all-in or something. It just happens so often on this map for some reason. They don't like it. Like, no, Muta's not too good here. But nothing is too good for a brain like Genius.
Well, we'll see how good Genius's one-base play is. Generally, fast expand, and I mean like expand with a forge when I say fast expand, is overall the better build, but this map won't allow for it. This is also a map that allows for counterattacks, and by the way, what do we see in the last game? Counterattacks.
Yeah, they're pretty good, those counterattacks. Now, it's not a good map for big layer tech armies late game, unless they're mutalisks. For instance, if you want to go, let's say, Roach, this is not a good map for it. The force fields cut these little paths in half after like 2 to 3, and that just makes them very, very weak. If you go Colossus, of course, everything's clumped up even more because it's thin paths on the map. So generally, when we actually get to late games here, we should be seeing mutas. That should be the strategy. It's much harder for Protoss to deal with that here.
This arena is just so full.
Yeah, it's wild, man. There are so many
we
people
actually
here.
booked.
I think I
even
know.
though this place is huge, we actually booked a place that's too small.
I know. It's one of our bigger venues that we've had, too. And at this point, I now understand why we have the Octagon, the GOMTV.
The GOMTV in the middle of the...
because these nerds might rush up there otherwise. Good thing there's a fence in between.
Fence has electricity going through it.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Of course, man. You got to power the computer somehow.
Yep. We do it best based off the nerds that run up and shock themselves trying to get close to DRG and Genius.
Well, we do have 3 warp gates for Genius. Looks like we are going to see the 3 warp gate Sentry expand. It's probably the safest build for this map. Now, you know, if you go for a 3 warp gate Sentry expand, and either A, you don't have that high ground, or B, you don't just see it coming overall and you stop making units after you go down there with like 6 sentries and maybe 2 stalkers and a zealot. If they counter with high economy Roach Ling aggression, you can fall apart. Now, if Genius just makes units non-stop for a little bit out of these, I'm talking 6 stalkers, a zealot, and 6 sentries, then that would be foolhardy for DRG to do. So which way will DRG play it? Is he going to think that Genius is going to get greedy? Or is he going to think that Genius is going to play a safer game?
Genius has picked some of the most fascinating builds I've ever seen out of the series, and I think the rhythm of it has been perfect, but he lost that last game, and that was his sloppiest game, that last one. He has to pick absolutely the best possible move, and I don't know. Like we said, Genius has got a lot of tricks, enough to beat anybody in a best of 3, but nerds, this is not a best of 3. This is not even a best of 5. This is a best of 7.
It's not even a best of 9. It's a best of 7.
Yeah, so get it straight.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so we have Stargate going up. Pretty quick forwards there. It's a good choice. You're going to need a single cannon in the front, likely. You want to get those plus attacks going. And, oh, Phoenix. Okay, I really like that because, of course, DRG is actually playing the map very smartly, very confidently. He's taking his 3rd base. He's getting plus to Zergling attack. All this points towards mutas. If you just start Phoenix right off, and just FYI, guys, in case you're not a huge Genius fan, Genius likes to go Phoenix to counter mutas.
Yeah, he's like
he likes
the first guy to start
preemptively
doing
go
that.
Phoenix. Yeah, most Protoss hate it, but the way he's going them right now is going to be fantastic if DRG does in fact tech into mutas.
Yeah, he basically preempts the game because DRG, when he goes mutas, he's at his best.
Exactly, and that's the strategy of choice on this map. But
this is also one of these maps that's very hard to deny the usage of the watchtower for the Zerg. It's not a place you can easily run away from if the Lings start to come in.
Totally. Well, right now, you know, we do have the defensive cannon away, a nice little pylon wall in. He's just trying to deny any scouting. He doesn't want to show those till the last second. Now, a Roach Swarm coming up. That's actually going to be a reasonable choice for what's going on in this game right now. Good economy so far for DRG. I'm getting a little bit nervous for Genius. He's going to have to get something done with these Phoenixes. He's investing a lot, and he's going to have to get something out of it. If these Phoenixes are stopped easily, it's got to be gross. In fact, a spore collar is being made probably at that 3rd base, which is really going to help him out in the defense against these Phoenixes when they finally choose to move out.
Now, is he going to... Well, actually, it doesn't matter now because he's showing the Phoenixes.
Going straight towards that natural.
Yeah, he's not going to pick up those circlings.
Oh.
He will be able to get a good amount of drones here.
A lot of 3 scores on the way.
Oh!
Snipes it clean. So that's a start.
I think it might have been better if he got the drones first, but
He's going to go for everything. The Spore does get up, though. He's going to have to be careful about that. Spores deal damage so quickly.
nice. Picking up more drones.
So
Now, ooh. Okay, now going towards the main. How much more damage can he do? He has some energy on those Phoenixes.
Yeah,
Like 2
it's
more
all right.
lifts, at least.
yeah, it looks like he's some lifts. Well, now he's preempted mutas. Now there's a good chance DRG will in fact not go muta because the forcing of showing these Phoenixes. So he's trying to steer the tech path of DRG. He's doing a good job. DRG is throwing up a Hydralisk den. He's getting his Roach speed. Looks like he's going to go for one of those heavy layer armies. Now Genius can survive and somehow get a third base.
Dude, he's actually doing too much damage.
Oh man, he actually
This is actually getting out of control. I thought when he saw it, okay, I saw the first few drones go down and the Queen, I said, okay, that's normal. He did like triple what I expected.
Yeah.
Getting those Overlords and more drones. And he hasn't lost a Phoenix yet.
That is true.
I don't think he's lost a unit yet.
No, he's really not lost anything. He's done a great job.
+1 and Blink on the way.
We do have 7 Hydras on the way and not many lifts left, so DRG should stabilize here. And with that, it's interesting. Protoss just really prefer to get Blink in the +2 attack as quickly as possible, which is quite nice. But against Hydra, Ling, Roach, having these Phoenixes out that he spent a lot of money on, even though they did a lot of damage, I feel like Genius has no way to actually attack. If he attacks, I feel like he's going to probably lose this game. He needs to play a little bit more defensive game because his opponent is going for heavy layer tech units, which on this map are not actually good. He's going for a lot of Roaches, a lot of Hydras. If Genius can hold everything off, get some force fields and everything, ooh, a Spire on the way.
Yeah, he actually is going to get a Spire.
If he gets into splash damage units, he's going to be in great shape. So we'll see if he actually, and now that he sees us coming, definitely will not be attacking. Good force field stuff. He's going to force field that ramp once again. Doesn't want those Hydras up. Oh wait, no, now he has a ton of Stalkers. Now he wants those Hydras up here. And in fact, oh my god, DRG, he has to actually be careful here. He does not want to lose all those. If he just loses a huge group of Hydras, that is bad news.
Yeah, I think he shouldn't have force fielded after he had that big army.
Yeah.
I think DRG saw that and said, oh my god, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the warning that I shouldn't come up here.
Absolutely. All right, so we do have the Robo on the way because he knows Burrow is up. It's so smart of DRG to get Burrow every single game. Really utilizing that.
Pit up here. He's in a tough spot because those Lings are there. Also, it's very clear that he does. DRG does want to counterattack.
I wonder if DRG is just going to go up to Hive.
The Lings, are they going to counter? He knows. Okay, Genius understands that there's going to be a counter. He has a block with a Zealot and a Sentry behind that.
Yeah.
But I think he might actually go for a 2-base timing. He might just go in there and try to get the third.
I feel like there's no way to kill with the 2-base timing here.
Well, I think, look at it like this. I mean, the Zerg has 2 locations he has to defend from that are far apart.
That is very true.
He could attack this location where the spine crawler's there. I don't see him.
Yeah, it's the natural that has all the spines.
And all he has to do is identify that. And this is how he won game 1. He looked at where the spine crawlers were not and attacked into that location.
Yeah.
+2 is done. +3 is on the way. Corona boosting the hell out of that Forge.
Infestor tech is the tech of the day here. Still getting melee attack upgrades. So he wanted to go mutas as we see.
The Observer. All right, he's going to leave the Wings. There's going to be a counter.
And that counter could be pretty good. Pylon's not a strong part of a wall. Will Genius go back home? I think he has to against that.
I don't know if I agree. I think he has enough warped in there with enough cannons. All right.
Well, we will see here. He does have a good number of force fields. A beautiful force field, very, very quick. And the units, are they going to come back? No, he's going for the counterattack.
He's not going to do the same thing he did in that last game.
Can he actually hold this? Those warp gates are actually, one of them's going to go down. Beautiful force field there by Genius, just so quick. And again, he's being indecisive. He needs to not be indecisive. He needs to keep going.
What is he doing?
He just keeps walking back and forth. This army is mirroring him as well. He wants to get into a good position, but he has a lifespan here, Tasteless.
Oh my God, that was so well handled.
Amazing force fields going up on Blink Forward, trying to take out a lot of these Roaches. That counterattack force almost decimated.
He's regrouped. He's now going up towards that left location. He could shave off that expansion with ease and then possibly go up to the top. I don't know if there are spine crawlers with that expansion yet. Splitting up yet again here.
Denies that 4th base of DRG. An important moment in the game. Still on 2 base though. you know, Genius is going to have to think about taking another base if he's not going to be able to get a kill on it. With those infestors in that army, man, with no splash damage sitting around, I am feeling scared for Genius. Oh! A beautiful fungal, going to catch a lot of stalkers here. And in fact, he kills off a very good amount, losing nothing there.
Nice snipe there. Missed fungal.
Oh, a whiffed fungal.
Fungal.
Bungled fungal, indeed.
Look at DRG's money.
Yeah, he has quite a bit banked up, and he is maxed out, indeed. Well, still though, it is just a layer tech army. I don't believe we have a hive yet, so...
Oh, he can catch these hydras!
Oh, nice lift up on that infestor, but there's a lot of hydras in there, a lot of damage to be done. A beautiful! Oh, the sickest of force fields right there, killing off a huge chunk of DRG's army. DRG going for a little counterattack. In the meantime, he's making a lot of mutas and roaches. So he is switching his tech from here, but this might actually give Genius the opportunity. He needs his armies almost completely blink stalkers. And that little army going home. Oh my god, Genius, I feel like, has a good timing here. Oh, that is a lot of spines, though.
He keeps making spines. I think he's actually willing to give up the third base.
Yeah, he absolutely is.
He absolutely has sacked it. He wants to go on two base versus two base. Counterattack!
Big counterattack coming in. That's a lot of cannons, so he still has the Phoenixes to help out. And that is going to be killed off in mere seconds. The Observer did die. That may turn out to be important later on. Every piece of gas that Genius gets, he needs to spend on Stalkers right now. He's still only on two base.
It's two base against two base, and he's actually, okay, what he's going to do is just try to get such a big army of mutas that Protoss going to take a third.
Sick bungle there.
And that's huge because mutas are coming out.
That's right, and that's a perfect time to kill off the Phoenixes.
But he might be able to intercept this army. Overlords are being taken out.
And there we go. He does intercept that army, Tasteless, and he's taking it out. And he could blink forward. Beautiful blink forward to now as many units as he possibly can. Now when he gets up here and sees all the spine crawlers, he's going to realize he can't attack into that. An absolutely insane game. He's going to look for more bases of DRG. Little does he know, DRG has no more bases right now, but his mineral lines are undefended. Those mutas could be very powerful. He has to pull his probes up to his cannons the second he sees them.
Every probe is so precious right now. And he will have to micro back.
TD will. The Blink Stalkers come in now. His army wins in any heads-up confrontation. That does not mean he can attack easily because of all the spines, though. Muta's doing a huge amount of damage, and now Genius has to decide, what does he do here? Does he do some sort of huge attack? If so, he's going to probably have to use Blink as to get into the main in a different way.
I actually think he just wants to, he should just stay on two base and mine out.
Just max out and go?
Max out. Well, just keep denying the Zerg, because he can get enough cannons there with his money. He already has more than enough Stalkers to take on this many mutas.
Yeah. But
he actually could just make cannons there.
Looks like we have... Was that 21 mutas? That's a pretty big block. It's getting bigger, but yeah, he has more than enough stalkers. He's gonna blink under him. That's what he wants to do. Drawing DRG into his trap, showing his units out on the map, letting DRG think he can counterattack, and then blinking in to kill a few. DRG's economy is very badly hurt right now. And in fact, are we gonna see him actually catch some mutas? We absolutely could.
I think he was trying to time this out as if. He's got to be careful there. He was trying to time that out so he'd get there exactly when the hatchery finished, but he got there a little bit sooner, so it was able to be canceled.
It's quite true. The muta's coming in, and that was a mistake by
every
DRG.
muta loss is huge. That was 3. I counted 3.
You counted right, Tasteless.
Fungal here. He needs to regroup again.
Yeah, I'm feeling like Genius may spread himself a little bit thin. He's bringing up a lot of Stalkers right now. Don't forget, with an Observer, he could walk around and blink into the main base of DRG. DRG
oh my god!
Reposition
another
spines.
snipe. Now there's
if he attacks in those spines, there could be a sandwich. Starting to pick off spine crawlers, Tasteless. He has a decent number of sentries here. There are so many spines. He cannot float that Observer into that score. He has to be very careful about that, or Burrow could help out.
I don't know, guys. This is very hard to call right now. Oh! And he's going to get the infestors. The mutas come in now. He has to blink micro perfectly. Does he have enough? The mutas numbers are diminishing.
And it looks like Genius has more than enough here, cleaning up the army, the ground army at least. The mutas fly away, but he lost quite a few. Now the infestor's going to go down as well. A beautiful hold by Genius.
One gets away. And now the mutas are going to fly back now. Whoa, he's got to be very careful. He does not want to lose those sentries.
Those sentries are very important. Tasteless. We have more and more mutas on the way. He's trying to pick off anything he possibly can. Don't forget, a lot of those stalkers very low in health, but they do have that +3 attack.
No, they are very close to being mined out.
Uh-oh, he can't be losing probes right now. That mutalisk block is almost at the base trade level where we're going to have to see a base trade, even though he's lost quite a few.
By the way, he did get this expansion up apparently somehow.
I don't know how he did it, Tasteless, but he's continuing to make mutas, relying specifically on mutas and the spines. At this point, with the current unit counts, it's going to be hard for Genius to actually get in there and do damage. You know,
cleaning up
attacking
even
the spines again might be fatal for him. But if he can keep if he can keep DRG down to 2 bases, absolutely.
Oh my God, he has to attack right now.
Yes, he has to.
There's
You're
spines
very right.
about to be thrown up here.
And if he sees those spines already up, he's going to throw up because he's going to know his GSL chances are likely over.
Oh my God. I think, oh man, Genius needs to get up there.
Is he going to go for it? Those spines not quite there yet. Right
nice.
Now, mutas just want to draw them away as long as possible. He needs to get the spines up.
He needs to identify that this is a trap. They're starting to broke. These spine callers can sit up there in time.
And it looks like they're going to. Those stalkers going up a little bit too late. And I think we just have to see a base trade here. Genius, this time I hope he brings a few probes because this very likely could trigger that. But actually the Muta's way out of position here. And now Genius is going to feel a little bit sick to his stomach. The Muta's flying up. He needs to wait for the rest of his army, Tasteless, and decide very decisively what he's going to do with the rest of this game.
It's hard to say. I believe he has +3 attack right now. He really should actually just blink all the way up there.
This is getting a little bit crazy. The Muta's coming in, and this is a good choice for the Mutas. The Mutas can definitely take out this little group of stalkers. Half of his stalkers on the other side. A fatal mistake for Genius, but does blink up to try to defend.
Can he go to the main?
Dude, at this point.
What about the main? I don't know. Nah, well.
31 stalkers, and I think that says 23 Mutas. It's looking better and better for DRG. Could he win his first GSL here?
All right, he's getting up there, but damn, damage is being dealt very, 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 very quickly.
And those Mutas doing a great job.
The drones are coming out
of this, Tasteless.
It's really hard to call.
Oh,
it's really hard to call.
Left.
If he can get behind the hatchery, he's fine.
He should not be attacking spine crawlers anymore. He just needs to kill the hatchery and or Mutas. Blink's coming in, a very smart move by DRG, even bringing a single drone down. Every single point of damage counts right now. Who will win this battle?
A bunch of Bruce Mutas. Stalkers being micro.
The stalker count, he still has some more, but not bringing them all up. A fatal mistake once again.
DRG will need to, okay, he already did it. He's
perfect.
Need to relocate that location. Note, there aren't even drones mining from there.
Yeah, their incomes are basically gone, Tasteless.
He's going to bring the probes with it. He's going to bring the probes to this attack.
You know, I feel like he needs a blink up behind. He needs to run one stalker up the ramp, blink over to where the extractor is, then blink everything up there. I think that's his only chance at this point. He's at every stalker up there and see if he just simply has enough. With that many drones, with spine crawlers coming, with, oh man, the queens are even coming up with perfect moves here. And he's
I think he's been effectively blocked.
The game is slipping away. Only 45 minerals remain.
Long distance mining here.
More and more mutas being made. 4DRG still has a good bank in gas.
All right, now he's saying, what about the main? You have too many spines. You weren't making those. You moved them.
Every unit he loses right now, Tasteless, is just one more nail in the coffin. In fact, we have an infester, 16 links,
okay,
10
he's
mutas.
just going to go around the other way. That's so smart.
He needs to go around the other way. That is the way to do it. And now the spine's out of position. Can he actually do this? He does have force fields to help out with the links, but
he's gonna wait.
Spine crawlers coming up to reposition. A perfect move, exactly what he should be doing. But this is it. This is the final battle of this game. Can DRG hold on to this expansion? Can he kill off the rest of these stalkers? It is looking more and more like yes. It is looking more and more like DRG will finally win a GSL.
He just barely seems to have enough mutas. The muta count is low. The stalker count is lower. And
this is it, guys. And it looks like DRG is going to be our GSL champion. GG! Oh my God, the sickest nerd chills. An amazing final game here on Crossfire. DRG is victorious. A huge fan favorite for a long time now, going over He's been razzing him, but they are good friends. And in fact, what is this?
Said it's time for your military service.
Poor Genius. He's like, oh, I just lost GSL and you're being mean to me.
Yeah, all young Korean able-bodied men are required to do military service. So he's saying, all right, now it's your time.
Yep.
To do your 2 years of military service because I am the champion. All right, the whole MVP team here.
As they should be. They've raised two amazing players who gave us a great finals. One that I will not soon forget. Or ever forget, because StarCraft is all I think about.
Wow. Well, this is where the story ends. DRG is your winner. Genius played brilliantly, fitting his name very well,
yes.
But it just wasn't enough.
That's right.
The bamboo unbreakableness of DRG managed to pull him through all sorts of crazy strategies. We are going to be bringing John the Translator guy over here to translate the interview for us.
All right, that's coming up, guys.
All right. And here is John the Translator guy now. Welcome, John. Did you enjoy the games?
Yeah,
They were really good.
it was good. Yeah.
It was amazing. And of course now we have to pick the brains of the winner and the loser and see how they feel. We don't normally have finals this good, John.
That's true. I don't think we ever had so many spectators.
No, it's insane how many people are down here.
So how do you feel to win?
너무 기뻐요.
I totally missed that.
John.
Well, something like that. When the score caught up, he was kind of nervous, but he's really glad that he eventually won.
지난 4강 경기에서도 정말 힘들게 고명대 선수를 역전승으로 누르고 오늘 경기도 역전승으로 우승을 차지했습니다. 이 적으로서의 자신감.
So you made a comeback in round of 4 against Gumiho, and today you made another comeback.
적으로서의 자신감은 있을 수가 없고요. 네, 적을 선택하는 순간 자신감이 하락하기 때문에 그냥 혼자 열심히 하는 수밖에 없는데 제 능력이 너무 뛰어났던 것 같네요. 네.
So the caster asked to talk about the confidence as a Zerg player, and DongRaeGu said the moment you choose Zerg, you start losing your confidence. But I was so good that I was able to win anyways.
정말 많은 준비를 했을 텐데 특히 오늘 이 마지막 경기에서 이 숨겨뒀던 저글링 한 마리 감염충도 영웅이 아니라 저글링이 영웅이었습니다. 오늘 경기 어떻게 준비하셨는지 한 말씀 부탁드리겠습니다.
So what do you think was the reason you were able to win today?
포토스에게 많이 좋은 맵들이라서 그냥 어떻게든 뒤로 끌고만 가자라는 생각이었는데 그게 잘 먹혔던 것 같아요.
Because the first few maps were
우승을 차지하고
Protoss favorite maps, I thought if I could take the sets to longer sets, I could win.
지금까지 이 자리에 올라온 데 있어서 많은 도움을 주신 분들에게 한 말씀할 시간을 드리겠습니다.
Comment to everyone you want to thank.
후원 사이트 레이저와 컴플렉시티 사람들에게 감사드리고요.
First of all, I'd like to thank Complexity and Wazer,
감독님 그리고 알게 모르게
my coach,
노력 고생하시는 감독님 부모님들 저 응원해 주시는 가족분들, 지인분들, 친구분들,
my parents, family,
클랜원분들
friends,
그리고
clan members,
만남으로 좋은 일만 가져다 주는 저에게 그 여자친구에게도 고맙다고 얘기하고 싶고요.
and my girlfriend, who always brings me joy.
끝으로 비겁한 저의 경기력 좋아해 주시는 팬분들 정말 감사드립니다.
And thank you for all the fans who came here to see me.
네, 이렇게 오늘의 우승자 박수 선수의 얘기를 나눠봤고 제 옆에는
Now we're going to interview the runner-up Genius.
정말 멋진 경기로 열렬한 응원을 받은 정민수 선수와 이야기를 나눠보도록 하겠습니다. 생애 첫 결승 이 우승의 문턱에서 아쉽게 패배를 했는데 정말 많은 생각이 들 겁니다. 정민수 선수 한 말씀 부탁드리겠습니다.
So how was it like to win your first final?
게임 한 것만으로도 만족스러운데 수호가 아까 말하는 게 좀 꼴보기 싫어서 다시 돌아가면 진짜 이 악물고 할 텐데 정말 꼴보기 쉽네요.
A little awkward
네.
moment.
이 결승 무대에서
I'm satisfied to be in my first final, but after hearing what DongRaeGu said, I really can't stand it. So next time I'm going to practice harder and make him eat his words.
제가 다시 결승을 거의 못 올라올 것 같은데.
And what do you think of your future?
만나게
And
되면 그때는 제가 이기도록 하겠습니다.
Genius said, I don't think I'll be able to make it to the final games, but if I do make it, I'll make sure I
박수
win.
선수를 만난다면 몇 대 몇으로 셧아웃 시키겠다.
What's the expected score in your next final if you fight against DongRaeGu?
전생으로 이길 것 같아요.
I think I'll win
네,
for
전승
a
박수 선수를
perfect score.
많은 노력을 해 정민 선수에게 큰 박수를 부탁드리겠습니다. 그리고 이어서 정말 제 옆에서 이 감독님과 또 이야기를 한번 나눠보도록 하겠습니다.
We're going to be interviewing the coach of MVP.
이 가슴앓이를
Probably the
제일
happiest
많이
man today.
하셨을 텐데 제가 오늘 시작전을 만나봤을 때 정말 아무나 이겨라라고 말씀을 해주셨습니다. 옆에서 지켜보는 그 감독의 심정 고마우지 않았을 텐데 한 말씀 부탁드리겠습니다.
우선 누가 이길지보다 진 선수가 가슴 아파할까봐 그게 제일 걱정되고요.
So my biggest worry was not who was going to win, but who was going to lose, because
이런 데서 보면
player whoever loses would feel bad.
폭력성에 대한 뭐 그런 말이 나오는데 정말 게임을 사랑하는 게이머, 저희 선수들 그리고 이 자리에 와주신 팬분들 누구보다 순수하다고 생각합니다. 감사합니다.
And there are a lot of issues going on about that the game causes violence in people. But today, all the fans and players who came here today, I can't think of better human beings than these people.
People think games cause violence are dumb.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy.
Now it's going to be a awarding ceremony. This is all my job today, and
Good job, John. Thank you for your work.
I know.
Oh God, I missed you so much, Artosis.
I bet you did, man. John the Translator is awesome, but he isn't Artosis awesome.
No, it's just not the same.
Guys,
All right.
this is the awards ceremony. Take a look at it. Maybe one day, one of you will be up here winning this.
And that is a lot of money. I compute that to roughly about 20,000, a little bit under 20,000 US dollars.
Yeah, 17K, 16K, something like that.
Yeah.
So,
Depends
no,
on the
17 is closer.
Is 17 closer?
17 to 18.
All right.
The exchange rates are pretty decent right
Go
now.
on to xc.com. We just make sure we get that transferred perfectly. Oh, almost losing the flowers. Nice save. What a great series we saw, Artosis.
Yeah, it was pretty fantastic, man. And I know you guys are dying for another fix of the GSL. Well, do not despair. We will be back eventually. We do have the GSTL still going on, everyone. So make sure that you check that out.
Yep.
Don't forget the finals are going to be at the IPL in Vegas. That is going to be pretty awesome, no doubt about it.
And, man, we're hard pressed to top this finals, Artosis.
Yeah, we are.
But I am.
Dude, we've had our last few finals, man. It's just so much better than ever before, guys. It is awesome. I'm just so happy with everything.
Well, you know,
the games are great. The
thing is,
great.
StarCraft 2 is now getting figured out, so now we actually get to see epic games.
Ooh, the operations director of Blizzard Korea
is now going to award the first place check.
It's a lot of money, guys.
Some money.
Sit down. If you're sitting down, lay down. Not just because it's past your bedtime, but because this check is worth 50 million won.
And he gets our GSL trophy as well, a symbol of a champion.
That's right. You've got to have one of those if you're going to be a champion basis.
You do.
People try to say Michael Jordan's a champion. Where's his GSL
Where is
trophy?
his GSL trophy?
Doesn't have one as far as I know.
A great moment
He
in
could've probably only
DRG's
made-
life.
Oh, is that his girlfriend?
I believe that's his girlfriend. Only even more so affirming that he is a total baller.
Of course, man.
Of course, look at that guy. And wow, thank you guys for coming here and being with us in this epic moment in esports history.
Guys at Barcrafts, cheers to you all.
Finish all your beers and then everybody get 3 wise men. Put a couple of those. No drunk driving home, please.
That's right. Have your designated nerd driver.
Yeah. Your nerd chauffeur, I believe it is. And wow. Well, you know, look, at GOMTV, we all promised that we would try to do an even better job than we did last year in the production and in everything.
Casting, handsomeness, everything. We're trying to step it up. I hope you guys are liking it.
And please just hashtag the GSL one more time for you, please. And spread the word, guys.
That's it, guys.
For Tasis and Artosis, goodbye. We'll see you again soon.
to us.